Avid Brothers and Doug Badger Radio. Actually, they're not officially on the show, but we're stealing their music anyway because I like it around here. I listen to that when I run. I have this whole collection of songs, 3.5 hours of songs that I use, in a kind of loop, different songs. Mm-hmm. And each one of them has a line or two, a little mantra line in it that I try to get in my head when I run. Because I'm a new runner, and running for me as a child was a non-pleasureful experience. I hated it. I remember being in 6th grade. I was a huge kid in 6th grade. 6 foot tall, 160 pounds, 6th grader.
Yeah.
And I was portly, what might I say? I was large.
You're like a fat kid.
A fat kid. Partly because I ate too much, but also partly because I had to be on this medication for this eczema that I had on my feet. So, in addition to being freakishly large, size 12 shoes, 6 foot, like a full-size man in 6th grade. Like 6th graders aren't supposed to be full-size men. But I'd grown up, and so anyway, I was on this cortisol or something, and it caused a sort of bloatedness in addition to perhaps the overeating.
Did you get like a moon face?
Had moon boots.
Okay.
But anyway, running wasn't a pleasurable experience. And I remember the experience in 6th grade of having to run like the 440 or, to run like a full lap or 2 laps or a half mile or something on the track for gym class, because it was a part of the president's of the president of the United States had a fitness plan.
Sure.
I remember running around hating the president. I didn't know anything at all, but somehow in my 6th grade brain,
damn you, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, I had in my brain that I hated the president for doing this. I think it was Jerry Ford or something. I don't even know, but it was horrible. So there's this line in that song that's part of the mantra for the running, and that line goes like this: "There was a dream, and one day I could see it. And like a bird in a cage, I broke in and demanded that somebody free it." And so as I've gotten into running, like the desire to run 50 miles or longer, it's like this dream that I now have, right? Like I'm going to do this race of 50 miles. So that Avett Brothers line, like there's this dream and I can see it, and it's got to be freed up. It's just that's great imagery. That's great writing. Then that next line, and there was a kid with a head full of doubt, right? So this is what sort of reminded me of a 6th grade thing. Mm-hmm. So I scream till I die, and the last of those bad thoughts are finally out. Because people often ask, for people that do anything obsessively, what is it that makes you do that crazy business?
Yeah.
And for me, it's there's a kid with a head full of doubt, and I forget now. Speaking of a head full of doubt,
I can't believe how fat you used to be at the beginning of the year.
Compared to now, or just overall, just sort of, I've lost, I've lost a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. I probably developed maybe a bit of a food issue around this whole thing. Maybe a bit obsessive about it. I should probably eat some point here.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't know. Thank you. I've lost a lot of weight.
Except that this bowl was chock full of oatmeal.
Yeah, I had seconds. I do eat a solid portion of oatmeal a couple of days a week.
Sure.
Anyway, hey, speaking of large eating animals, the Minnesota State Fair starts tomorrow, and
really?
Yeah, huh? and I got a thing about state fairs. Mm-hmm. They're just not my cup of tea. I don't care for them. The thing I really don't like most are the animal exhibits, which is what most people like. So I've realized this is why I don't care for the fair, because I don't care for the animal exhibits. I don't want to go in and smell them and be around them. And I wasn't raised on a farm. I was raised in the shadow of the buildings of Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. I grew up in an apartment complex. And, we didn't have farms. Went to the farmers market where there were like people that brought stuff from those places, and even that kind of gave me a little willingness, like a good solid grocery store. But the state fair is big in its pig competitions here, and the state epidemiologist at the University of Minnesota put the scare of swine flu in me yesterday, and I think our Jewish brethren are right about the unclean animals. Not just that you're supposed to eat them. You're not supposed to keep them, because they carry these diseases that move right from animals to human beings. That's the thing because human beings and pigs are so close genetically that the virus can move from a pig into a human being and make a genetic modification quickly and become an epidemic in human populations.
Do you think that maybe this could be, a chance for God to like cull the herd of people that go to the state fair by infecting them all with swine flu?
Like that's how it's going to start? It's because like one of those zombie narratives. It's going to start with people on a stick.
I mean, could you imagine a zombie outbreak at the state fair? I mean, it's scary enough.
It almost is a zombie outbreak.
The people are on the cusp of zombieism as it is there. But
okay, former state epidemiologist Michael Osterholm said in an interview that I heard with him yesterday that he worries that the swine flu could grow more deadly as it passes between pigs and then off to people. What we're very concerned about, he says, is the repeated transmission that occur from pigs to people. That's the perfect setup for creating a much, much more severe virus. This is a guy who studies viruses. Like all day long, he looks at scary viruses and like goes home and goes to bed and walks around shopping malls and like, I know a few things about viruses and I'm getting along okay.
Hand sanitizer in every pocket.
Well, this is what he says too. He says he said that to ban pigs from the fairs is the only way to solve this problem. In 80 years of culturing this virus, the swine flu virus, he says, no one has seen anything even close to the situation that we're now facing with the H3N2 variant virus in North America. What happens in fairs around the country in the last month is just absolutely unprecedented. I mean, it is
holy Chicken Little.
Holy. He is serious. The guy who knows more, like he's the guy that the CDC even turns to, who knows more about this, is like, okay, the only thing you can do is not bring these pigs together. Because he said,
I'm not jacking around here.
He's like, this is why I have studied this, and you are bringing these pigs in tomorrow, and you can't. He's just screaming out, right? And he said that people will often think that they can wash their hands. And he said, washing your hands is great for passing bacterium, but not for swine flu virus because it's passed respiratorily. The pigs breathe. It's in the air. Human beings breathe it in, and that's it.
What's this guy's last name?
Osterholm.
Okay.
What do you think? What you
I just thought maybe he was, of the chosen, and that he was just kind of, offloading some of his
I see. You think he's a Jew, and he's like, this is a shot for me. This is a chance for me to take a shot for my people with the unclean animals. Well, you know who else doesn't eat this stuff is the Muslims.
Oh.
Muslim culture. Stay away from the unclean animals.
Yeah, whatever. I think they're both nuts.
Well, you know what I think is nuts? Going to the fair and touching pigs.
Look, you know what? I'm going to go to the fair tomorrow, and I'm going to kiss a pig full on the lips. I'm going to give mouth to mouth to a pig that's in distress.
If there are pigs at the fair tomorrow, and people don't take Dr. Professor Epidemiologist Michael Osterholm's warnings seriously, and there's a swine flu breakout in the human population that is unprecedented, I'm going to personally blame you.
You're going to blame me?
If you go kiss a pig, it's all resting. You're going to be like the carrier.
Listen, folks, if you're local and you're listening to this broadcast,
don't go to the fair.
Do not listen to Doug
now. Do not go to the fair.
Go to the fair, pet a pig, take your kids there. It'll be wonderful. However, leave the fanny packs at home, okay? And not everyone should wear yoga pants at the fair. I'm just saying that, okay? Speaking of pigs.
Listen to Michael Osterholm, who says, don't bring the pigs.
What's this guy's education? Really, what? I mean, what does he get, like an associate's degree from, Normandale?
Yeah, he picked up a two-year horticulture degree.
Right.
It's freaking me out. Like I don't get freaked out about this, but there's just and maybe it's playing into my bias about not caring for the animal houses over there, where they bring all this stuff together. But it's bad.
I just think you have against animals. Period.
I think there's 10,000 years of human commentary on pigs. And in 10,000 years of human recorded history, people have been saying stuff like, those pigs, there's something fun. They're unclean. There's something about them. And now you got Osterholm saying, look, we've been studying this stuff for a long time. We know everything that could be known currently about this. We've never seen anything like it. It's a powder keg. And you're giving off sparks.
And Rabbi Joseph's going to come in here, and he's just going to be smug as hell the next time.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be impossible to live with. Yeah. All right. So we're going to send you into this little break before we come back, and I give you my rant on taxes and why neither political party, the Democrats or Republicans, not Obama nor Mr. Romney, President Obama or Mr. Romney, are serious about the tax conversation. I'm going to make that. I'm going to out them after the break. We come back because
looking forward to
it. Yeah. I mean, there's people right now who, if you're listening in your car on your smartphone, which if you don't know that you can do that by going over to the Doug Pagitt radio page.
Yeah.
Or Doug Pagitt page on Facebook, and there's a little link there that'll put it on your smartphone frame.
And then you plug that into your automobile, and you can listen to it.
You can listen to it, yeah. Or you can listen to it with headphones on while you're driving. I don't care what you do. But if you are doing that, I'm saying that after. Oh yeah.
Don't be driving to the pig thing.
Yeah, please don't be listening to the show tomorrow on your way to the pig farm.
So it's segment 3.
You're going to want to pull. Yeah, you don't want to. You want to pull the car over. I mean, this is really going to rock your worlds. I'm going to leave you with just a short 1 minute little hopeful bit after that unclean animal scare. And I'm not saying that a good quality bacon is not worth eating. I mean, I'm all about eating bacon.
But
I'm not all about touching the pigs.
100 people have to pet your pig before you can get your bacon.
There's got to be a way to automate that.
Like robot pig farmers?
I don't know how they do that. I don't even know. I have no idea. But I love a piece of bacon. But just don't breathe in the air of that pig. That's the wrong song.